Welcome back to the Suffer City Virtual Training Program. It's our Minimal Equipment Series third training day here. It's the second sequence. Now, my name is Jason. I'll be walking and talking you through your sequence as well as demonstrating and describing all of your movements. Now, there are 6 movements here, 4 of which will be exercised on each side of the body unilaterally, and then we'll be using both the slider, some form of a slider. Maybe some of you will be able to use your towel as a slider. But we'll all also need a towel. So a little bit of pulling, a little bit of pushing, a little bit of sliding around through 6 movements. Now, here's how it starts. You're going to set a timer. You're going to have 40 seconds on here. 40 seconds on and on and on and on. You'll get 40 seconds in between each round, exercising through 4 rounds. Now, we're going to begin with our towel, squat and press. So, beginning with the towel firmly tugged. So we got good tension on the towel. Going to set the hips back as I drive the hips back, press my arms forward, forming again 90 degrees over at the shoulders, trying to get as deep as we can into the squat. Right back up here, taking 40 movement, the lateral sliding lunge. So using your slider, maybe it's your towel if you're on a slippery type surface. Got this baby right here. It's an elite core slider. I'm going to be loading into my grounded leg, in my left leg. The sliding foot is as inoperable as possible here. So get nice and low into it, right back up to the top, loading through the quadricep, the hamstring, focusing energy into that glute, seeing it from a side angle, loading this entire side of the body, engage through the core, set the hips back. You want to get a good knee bend here. Make sure we're not leaning forward, but bend through the knee. That's right. You'll feel that booty work up and down here. That's going to take us directly into these mountain sliders. We're going to be, again, working one side of the body at a time, taking a solid push-up position. I'm going to set my foot on any of the sliding mechanisms you or I may be using. From here, we've got options. The first option is taking the foot out and around, nice and long circles here. A modified mountain climber. Now, as you're pressing through the palms, also feel your foot push down into the ground to energize your core. 40 seconds right here. You could also take a 2-footed option, coming all the way up, pushing all the way back. That is challenging. 40 seconds on, move into the other side. Once you complete all 40 seconds there, core is on fire, breath is breathing. We're not letting off that gas pedal, going directly into our isometric holds on the lateral lunge. So I'm going to sink deeply in to my active leg, getting nice and low. And we're going to hold, just praying, baby, meditating, feeling all about it here. Sink deep. Now I'm going to breathe into the belly. You can see how much of a knee bend we have here. Holding, nice deep knee bend. 5th movement here. This will be your leg curls, these hamstring curls. Starting with the single leg variation, coming back. Now, ideally, you want to keep the hips off the ground as often as possible without putting too much load on the hamstring, so as not to get any type of a Charlie horse cramp or anything as you pull through the hamstring, getting the hips high as you press through the glute. Now, I'll use my off leg as support if I need it. Coming up and down. 40 seconds on the right leg. Then we'll move over to the opposing leg, the left. 40 seconds here. Then we'll move into the final movement, which is double-legged hamstring curl. Again, hips are aiming to get upward as I pull the heels into the glutes, feeling for a dramatic contraction through the hamstring and the lower glute, all the way down, all the way up. 40 seconds, breathing. You get through that, give yourself 40 seconds of recovery, get back to the top of the sequence, rifle through 4 more rounds. 40 seconds per movement, all the way through. Make sure you're feeling that burn through the core, through the legs, through the body, and breathe, okay? Breathe throughout the entire training sequence here. You got what it takes. Now go dig into it. I'll see you on that final sequence.